Hi everybody, it's Vidkid95, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A with myself, Vidkid95. I have a list of questions here that I got from a store that I'm going to ask myself, and I'm going to answer them for you, so have a good time and I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. First question, and I apologize if I messed the questions up. I have a speech impediment issue, so I apologize. What is the scariest encounter you've ever had with a wild animal? The scariest encounter I've ever had with a wild animal would probably be at Yosemite National Park when I was younger. My dad saw this rattlesnake under a rock, and he tried to take a picture of it. At first, when my dad said, "Oh, there's a rattlesnake," I told my siblings who are younger than me, I told them, go, run, so they don't get bit by the snake. And my dad was stupid enough to, I didn't see the snake first of all, but my dad did, and he was stupid enough to climb over the rock the snake was under and get a picture of it. I'm like, why the hell would you do that? That's so stupid. Next question. What do you think is the greatest team or individual achievement in the history of sports? So, I don't have an individual achievement that I like in the history of sports. Probably the most recent one, I think it was the Winter Olympics when Alyssa Liu won the gold medal. That was pretty iconic. And the greatest team, the Padres. Yeah, go Padres. Next question is, what is the highest award you ever won or highest honor you ever had conferred upon you? The highest award I ever won or highest honor, actually there's two that I have done. So, I have won, I think, 2 or 3 times for the Disability Unite Got Talent contest, and I've gotten prize money and I've gotten a chance to be featured in their festival. I did sign up again, so hopefully I win this time. If not, better luck next time. Anyway, and the highest honor that I got was probably, 1 second. The highest honor would probably be this certificate. It is an honorable mention from the student. This was in 2023. So I submitted the Magic Combat of Love into the Unknown movie into a film festival called the Student World Impact Film Festival, and I got an honorable mention. And I got this, and I printed out this certificate, and I was really happy when I got it because I'm like, ooh, my movie is being noticed. So yeah. Anyway, so that made me happy, and I also got an award for something else, but I don't seem to have the paper that shows it. But I think I threw it away, but whatever. Next question. What do you think is your best personality trait, your greatest talent? That is a very good question because I'm pretty talented and I have a lot of talent. So my best personality trait would probably be my creativity, because I'm very creative. I write, I read, I make videos, I write fan fiction, I make graphic art based off of my fan fictions. I do a lot of other stuff that's really cool, so, and I'm also a singer-songwriter, so gotta give credit to that. Next question. What is the worst job you can imagine having? Probably, what is the worst job you can imagine having? Oh, probably an accountant, because I hate math, and if I were an accountant, I would suck at my job. So, there you go. What is the best yes you've ever said in your life? The best no you've ever said? Ooh. The best yes I ever, we're gonna skip that question because The best no I've ever said in my life was, I don't know, can't remember. Okay, back to the previous question. What is the best yes you ever said in your life, or the best no you ever said? I would say, the best yes would be going to Disneyland all the time, and the best no would probably, I don't know. Okay, so this next question is, what book has had the greatest impact on the way you think or live? Probably, where's the book? What book has had the greatest? Probably my fan fictions, because I love reading them and they bring me joy and comfort. So the best fan fictions that I've written and read are probably the Magic Combat of Love series and the Princess of the Sea Monster series. Those are the two that I have, probably have had the greatest impact on my life. What is your favorite childhood memory? My favorite childhood memory was, probably getting toys, hanging out, playing with my toys when I was younger, and probably, so I found out I don't have him anymore. I gave him away. It was my teddy bear that I had for a long time, but I can't find him. I thought I had him in my stuffed animal boxes behind me, but he's not in there. So it was probably one of the greatest toys I've ever gotten. So yeah, probably one of my favorite childhood memory. Okay, next question. What do you think is the closest thing to heaven on earth? Ooh. Okay, quick story. I am considered Catholic, but ever since COVID hit, I've stopped going to church because, and I don't mean to offend people, because I'm not, but, one is boring, one church is boring, and the songs are good, but the whole ceremony, you just sit and stand, so, anyway, besides all that, I am considered Christian now because I don't go to church due to things I can't talk about, and because I have a hard time believing in God, so there you go. I'm not going to get into all the details, but yeah. But what do you think is the closest thing to heaven on earth? Probably animals, because animals are there for us, even if they aren't. And they're really pretty to look at, especially at the zoo or in an animal shelter or at a pet store. They're just great to look at, and they bring a lot of joy to people. Which professional sport is the hardest for you to get excited about? Padres baseball. I'm always up for a Padres game because they have good food at the park, and my favorite player is Fernando Tatis Jr. and he's a Padres legend, so I would say go Padres. And I do live in San Diego, so. What is the greatest amount of money you've ever found lying on the ground? So, I think the greatest amount of money I've ever found lying on the ground was like $20 or $50, and I'm like, oh my god, I found 50. Well, let's just say it was $50, but when I found it lying on the ground, I'm like, oh my god, it's $50. I'm rich, but it turns out it was somebody else's, and I'm like, oh crap. But if I found money on the ground, like a 100 or like a 20 or a 50, I would be like, yes, bonus for me, because I don't have a lot of money. What is the lengthiest phone conversation you ever had? Probably when we were still dating. My ex-boyfriend Matthew, we were on the phone for almost an hour, and I think that was the longest conversation I've ever had on the phone with someone. What is the grandest wedding you've ever been a guest at? Probably my Aunt Jamie and Uncle Jake's wedding when I was really little. The rest of the weddings I've been at have been stressful for me because there was a lot of people and everything, and my OCD was acting up and stuff, so yeah. But my Aunt Jamie and Uncle Jake's wedding would happen when I was really young, so I remember it a little bit, but I don't remember all of it. I just have pictures, and yeah, it was pretty cool. What is the oldest item you own? Oh my god. I know. So this bear right here is the oldest item I've ever owned. So I got this bear when I was born, and it's a bit dirty and like scary and stuff coming out of it, but it's for the Vermont Teddy Bear Company. It's still pretty good and pretty good in shape, but yeah, I got this bear when I was born, and it's been with me ever since. So, the newest item I've ever earned was probably, I just got these yesterday at the safari park, so I would say these are the newest items I've ever owned because I just got them yesterday. So, who's the best teacher instructor you've ever had? The best boss? So, I don't have a boss per se because I technically don't have a job. I'm unemployed. But the best teacher or instructor I've had when I was in 4th grade at Oak Ridge Elementary School in Chino Hills, California. I had a 4th grade teacher named Mrs. Matson, and she was older. I think she's passed away now, but I don't know. But she was one of the best teachers I've ever had. Her class was so fun and interactive, and she let me show my 10th birthday video, which is around the age I turned when I was in 4th grade. It's in my class that time, and it was great. I love it. What do you believe is the greatest truth of all? Greatest truth of all. No, what do you believe is the greatest truth of all? That cats exist. That cats exist. But because without cats, there would be no cuteness in the world. And babies. Without babies and cats, there would be no cuteness in the world, and we would be all depressed and everything like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. What is the most awkward situation you've ever found yourself in? When I was in elementary school, I was going to the bathroom, and this kid that was like a grade younger than me, this girl, I was in the stall going to the bathroom. She kicked the door open while I was going to the bathroom. She has this shocked look on her face and like ran the fuck out. She ran the fuck out when I was going to the bathroom, and it was so awkward because I don't think she knew anybody was in there, but like she kicked the door open and she was like, and then ran out, like literally fucking ran out, and I'm like, okay, have a nice day, and yeah, that was it. So, that was an awkward situation. In a large room full of people, would you rather be the smartest person, the most attractive person, or the most likable person? Assume that you can be only one of these three. That's a hard one because a lot of people say that I'm pretty smart, I'm cute, that means I'm attractive, and I'm a very likable person, so, it would have to be all those three. I know it says only one, but it would probably be all these three. Here, let me show. Yeah, that was the question. By the way, I may make a part 2 of this, so, because it's still lots and lots of questions, so I'm trying to go as fast as I can. But, one little known fact about you would perhaps come as the biggest surprise to people who think they know you. We'll play 2 truths and a lie. Okay, so I love milk chocolate. I don't have a belly button, and I broke my arm. Which one is two truths and a lie? Can you guess? So actually, the two truths are, yes, I do love milk chocolate. I didn't used to, but now I do. And I don't like chocolate milk though. That's the thing I hate. I hate chocolate milk. And then the lie is, I broke my arm. I have not broken my arm in my life. No, I've broken my leg in my life. So I've never broken an arm before, thank goodness. But, yeah. And the other truth is that it's true, I did not have a belly button. And if you want to check out my cerebral palsy awareness month video, that'll explain everything, why I don't have a belly button. Next question. By the way, I will post a link in the description below for my, cerebral palsy awareness presentation. What is the most relaxing activity for you? The most relaxing activity for me is going on my phone and napping. Calling people, texting people, napping, watching videos, and writing stories, and doing sticker art, and all that crap. So, yeah. Next question. Sorry about that. I'm very gassy, and we won't talk about that. Who is the funniest person you know? There's a lot of funny people I know and care about. Oh god, the funniest person I know. Probably my dad, because he and I like the same jokes and everything, so he likes to tease me even if my mom tells him to stop. So my dad is probably one of the funniest people I know. Love you, Dad. And my brother, yeah. What is the longest or hardest you've ever laughed at something? Oh my god. The hardest I've ever laughed at something was probably... Have you guys seen that YouTube video of those two cats talking? It became popular, but somebody like voiced it over. It was like a talking animal video, and one of the cats goes, "Hey, I've seen this," and the other cat goes, "Shh," and then the other cat goes, "Ouch." And then when I watched that video multiple times, I was cracking up like hell, and it was so funny. There was another video too that really made me laugh. This happened like a few years ago when I used to watch it. I still watch it, but when I watched it, I was at my grandma's house when I watched it. I was laughing so hard. My grandma comes up to me and is like, "What are you laughing about?" And I'm like, "It's this funny ass video that I saw. It's so funny." And I showed it to her, and she's like, "Oh, Sierra, you're cuckoo." What is the most exciting sports event you've ever attended? Probably, I used to play baseball, so probably my baseball games and, Padres games. Again, go Padres! If they win the World Series, that would be great this year, but if not, oh well. And boo, Dodgers! Dodgers suck. So I made up a chant for the Dodgers because I think it's hilarious, but it goes like this. BLA! BLA! Screw the voice of blue and BLA! This is the Padres thing, so you're welcome, Padres fans. Next question. What is the most beautiful drive you've ever taken? Probably my grandma's house up in Nevada, because we would drive through the country and stuff like that. And probably Yosemite when I went there last time, which was like a couple years ago. So, yeah. What do you think is the saddest song of all that is the song that mostly likely to make you cry when you hear it? Oh, that's a great question because I know the song. Now, there are a couple songs that made me cry, but the song that makes me cry the most is that animal shelter animal abuse commercial with the song. I'm gonna sing it. In the arms of the the Angel song by Sarah McLachlan, that one makes me cry the most because it's so sad and the music is so touching that especially in one of the animals commercial, where they're like, please help out this animal who needs a forever home, and which is true, all animals need help. But yeah, that song made me cry the most when I first heard it on the commercial. I was crying. So yeah, Angel by Sarah McLachlan makes me cry. What are you proudest of having achieved in your career? When I did my internship, that was one of the proudest things I've achieved because I thought I did a really good job, and I was only there for like 6 to 8 months because that's how long internships are. So I thought I did really good at that, so I think that's a good achievement. What is the most comfortable article of clothing you've ever owned the most meaningful? So, I don't have a type. So I'm very picky, due to my OCD and my disability, I have very specific needs when it comes to clothing. The only clothes I hate colored, sometimes I'll wear them, but like I'm wearing one right now, I sometimes will wear colored shirts like this one if I don't have other clothes in general. But I do like V-necks, and I do like suit neck t-shirts. For example, this is the t-shirt that I have. The pillow is a spirit animal. It's like spirit animal. This is a V-neck. This is one of the shirts I would probably wear, but it's got a stain on it somewhere, so I'm not wearing it right now. But these types of shirts, like the one I'm wearing as an example. These are the types of shirts I would not wear, but other than that, I would wear V-necks and scoop necks. Hey guys, it's Vidkid95. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll stay tuned for part 2 of my Vidkid95 Q&A. Love you all. Bye.